Hi, Nigel. Well, knock me down with the proverbial feather. Remember last year at the general election, and it turned out that loads of your candidates hadn't been vetted. In fact, none of them had been vetted. And then this year, Zia went, look, though it will not be perfect, that Reform now has the most thorough vetting process of any party. I think I can say that with confidence and conviction. And yet today the BBC are reporting on a Hope Not Hate investigation, which shows that that really is not the case. Stephen here abhorrently thinks that Islam has no place on this earth and one big nuke bomb is needed. Isaiah John has decided that Bradford is a shithole, and it's a shithole because there's a lot of Muslims there. Howard Rimmer, no comment on the name, lots of thoughts, seems to subscribe to the Great Replacement theory, which of course is just racism with a posh name. Not to worry, because Trevor agrees with him. The cognitive dissonance runs deep, doesn't it, Nigel? Because here you are calling out to the media saying, why are they not calling out the racism that Zia is subjected to? By your own voters, Nigel. That's the difficulty. So I guess before you start calling out the media, why don't you actually vet your candidates so that you don't have the sort of people that are slagging off Zia just because of his religion in your party, let alone standing as candidates? At the moment, the polls are looking really good for you, Nigel. Although, interestingly enough, there's been over 240 local elections and you've only actually won 15 places. So it's going to be interesting to see whether those polls reflect into votes. Because I guess, as you know from your own experience when you used to be in charge of UKIP, actually sometimes what the polls say doesn't reflect what the voters are going to do. In the meantime, as opposed to calling out the media for not supporting Zia, why don't you start to support him and actually root out the racism from your party? Good chats, as you were.